quiet seaside town, an evil lain to rest centuries ago, has risen. An abandoned fortress deep in the swamp holds a secret that could save the village or destroy it. Now, a band of adventurers sets out to dig up the wounds of the past and bring the light of day to the roots of ruin. This is Tabletop Gold.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Tabletop Gold. It's a podcast where we play a tabletop role-playing game, and my name is Lars Casteen. Welcome to the show. I'm joined today for this episode by David, the Tin Man Chernicoff.
Good that time, Lars.
Robin Lange.
Good heat wave time, Lars.
Zoe Chernicoff.
Good hot time.
And Matt Humphreys.
Ooh, I like that. Good hot time, y'all.
Good hot time. It is a hot one, as Rob Thomas sang in that song, Smooth.
Like 7 inches from the noonday sun.
That's what that line was?
Yeah, he's like really, really close to the sun.
Super.
It's like that movie, that Danny Boyle movie, Sunshine, where they fly the spaceship into the
Excellent
sun.
movie.
That was
excellent
a fun one.
movie.
Yeah.
It's exactly like that, and it's a hot day today. Armat had a run-in recently, and we're going to talk about this before we get into the game, with something that is famous for being hot. What is that thing that you had a run-in with recently, Armat?
Yeah, I was going to say this actually all very leads nicely into this story. During our break, this was like a couple weeks ago, there was a little bit of a cloud system coming through, and we got a thunder and lightning storm. And that happened around 11, and I didn't think much about it and was kind of going about my day when I get a call from my neighbor. And he says to me, hey, so I'm looking out my back window at one of the hills behind us, and
Oh, no.
I'm seeing smoke and some flames.
Yeah.
A little bit a lightning flame.
Yeah, which is how most or a lot of wildfires start out here in this time of year.
Sure, of course.
So you had a bona fide forest fire, like starting up around where you were, your home?
Yeah, we're getting the start of one. And so anyway, I started panically like pulling the family photos off the wall and like starting to put them in a cardboard box, but then getting distracted and like running and put Hank's food into, a bag and basically doing things haphazard like a chicken with its head cut off. And
Living that hypo of like, what would you grab if you had to grab things?
Exactly. And sadly up here, it's not so hypothetical these days.
If I may, I thought that you were describing things that you were going to grab to start smothering the fire with, and I was shocked that the first thing that you grabbed were family photographs.
Yeah, I don't want to remember any of
Horrible
this.
years.
God, what a nightmare.
Christmas, I only got half of the stuff on my list.
Exactly. Unforgivable.
Trying to smother a fire with a family photograph and then just being really flummoxed when it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The photo, yeah.
It's almost like the photo developer chemicals are aiding the fire in some way.
Oh, no.
But
So what happened when you got your wits about you?
so when I got my wits about me, I finally was like, okay, I'm going to take the scooter out and go to the top of this hill and see if I can see anything through the binoculars. So I scooted over there and I looked up and I looked at where the smoke was coming from. And I thought, I think I can get up there. It's been an hour since the strike, basically. I'm going to go see what the deal is. And if it's crazy, I'll just turn tail and head on back. And if not, we'll see what happens. So I drove it up to the hill, and then I had to leave the scooter at the fence line because you can't take automotive vehicles onto public land. So I hiked in, and I hiked in up to this little aspen grove where there was an enormous elk skull with a huge rack of antlers, like totally bleached out in white there. And I walked past that into a little spot where I found a fire burning beneath the tree that clearly the lightning had hit.
Whoa.
It wasn't too big. It was about, a little bit like a campfire, like sort of starting to get out of control.
It sounds bigger than you'd like. Maybe not too big, but it sounds pretty big.
Yeah, definitely not ideal, but it was sufficiently small that I thought, well, I don't know. I can at least try to do something here. And so I, of course, had not brought anything useful, but I was prepared on the ride up.
Some
I was
family
like,
photos.
well, I will share the photos. Sadly, they're not all that.
No. I was saying you were prepared with some family photos.
Oh, yes.
You were going to
That's true.
explain to the flames how much this home means to your family.
Fuck
That's
you,
true.
Uncle Boris.
Contextualize it.
Armat just rolling up to the forest fire with a gas can and a burlap sack full of wood shavings.
You're not
Let's
crazy,
go.
forest fire. I'm crazy.
Right. You're not stuck on this mountain with me. Wait, no, I did it backwards.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
Yeah.
So I basically, this is a total side note, but I really like that show Alone. And while watching it, I learned this technique where you can dig just using a stick because you can't have enough actual tools to survive on that show. And so I started digging with a stick in the dirt nearby and like putting the dirt onto the fire to try and smother it. And I ended up doing that, for about 3 hours with occasional
Oh my
moments
God.
of like, there were a couple of really scary moments. Like it was right underneath a pine tree. And so there were tons of dead pine needles all around. And
You mean kindling?
Exactly.
Right.
And so one of the big things I had to do was like, just try and stop it from spreading. Like the wind would blow and the hot
This is a
embers on the
nightmare.
log would literally swirl up and look like special effects for like a magic spell in Harry Potter or something. Like it's literally these motes of flames swirling up.
Oh my God.
So I had
I'm
one
glad
fun.
you're okay. This is like getting really scary.
Yeah.
There were a couple of moments where I was like really terrified that I was going to end up causing more harm than good. But ultimately, there was one moment where the smoke had been going up into the pine tree branches and they'd started to catch fire. And so I had to stamp out the branch, the end with the pine needles on it, as I was taking like my pocket knife and trying to cut the branch off so I could move it away to a place where there wasn't as much concentrated heat.
Oh my God.
That was terrifying.
What told you that it was time to move on? What told you that 3 hours was enough time? And did you stop because you had felt like you had contained it, or did you stop because you were like, well, this isn't working and I have to get out of here?
I basically had eliminated all the open flames when I stopped.
Whoa.
Wow.
Amazing.
So there were still things that were smoking. And eventually it did start up again. But basically it was a really good thing that I had gone up there. I left because I was tired and I didn't want to be there in case if something caught, I didn't think I'd be able to react as smartly or well.
Yeah, I can imagine tons of reasons to not be right there.
So I decided to take the partial win and head out. But it was a good thing I was there because I was literally, for that day, the first and only responder to the fire. There was supposed to be a Forest Service guy who came in, but because of the various circumstances that our federal government is experiencing,
The ups and downs.
yeah, it was a little bit messy.
Thank you, Zoe. Thank you for taking the edge off that one.
Both sidesism, all right?
Not a political podcast.
I said ups, I said downs.
Covered all of your bases.
Yep.
Really.
But
It's a time,
yeah, it's crazy.
So really, only you can stop forest fires.
It's
Armat.
very
There
true.
it is.
Actually,
Yeah.
I think more than just me, because the next day,
Oh no, I disagree, Armat. I think the moral of the story is Only
In fact,
Armat can
only
prevent
you.
forest fires.
There's just one guy.
It's like once you pull Excalibur from the stone, you are doomed to run Camelot from there on and do all the book balancing and floor mopping and
I just think we need to send you in
Cooking
Smokey
for-
the Bear hat now.
I have a follow-up question
That's
as
a good
well.
idea.
And
Yes.
that follow-up question is, are you only calling yourself a volunteer firefighter, or have you actually ordered business cards with that?
That's
Kind
a
of gear are we
really
working
good
with here?
idea. I should
Yeah.
do that. But yeah, anyway, the happy ending of the story is the next day, a crew of actual competent fire people got up there and they, cut down potential fuel sources and dug a fire break and were competent, excellent human beings and kicked ass. And happily, the fire didn't spread.
That's amazing. Well,
So that was
Cool.
exciting.
Bravo.
a round of applause for
Yeah.
Armat. It's firefighting.
Woo! Yay, Armat, for not burning to death and
Yes.
not having
Agreed.
your whole area where you live in the middle of a forest fire.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
and for
I am-
maybe saving someone's life.
It was intense. Here, I'll post the pictures into the Discord so y'all can.
And I'll put these pictures up on screen on the video version of the show, so you can see them if you'd like to.
I don't want to move on entirely without saying to Armat, I really admire this story because the whole thing that when you said you started going toward the fire, that had not occurred to me as a response to the situation, and it seemed kind of I don't know what, it seemed like very self-destructive. But the fact that you're like, you started with like, what do I need to pack to get out of here, and then you pivoted to, can I single-handedly like stop this in its tracks and like save my neighbors' lives, speaks very highly of you. So that's takes a lot of courage, and
I agree.
good on you.
I agree.
What would Istan do?
These pictures that you shared, like, I was just expecting pictures of the fire, but the second picture you shared of you like post putting out this fire, I don't think I've ever seen a human look that exhausted without wearing stage makeup.
I was so tired.
Aw.
Like, you look like you're just covered in soot and ash, and
It's actually a really good.
And actually, you look kind of
good.
sexy. I'll give
Yes.
it, like,
Yeah.
Armat, you look so hot, and you look so hot.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed.
Yeah, that could easily be like a photo shoot, right?
That could be
Yeah, totally.
a movie poster.
Okay. Amazing. Thank you for that story. Thank you for those pictures. I hope people enjoyed that. It was a thrill ride if I ever heard one. You know what else is a thrill ride? Is our game. So let's get into it.
there's the voice.
Your expedition into the northern Fangwood has run into some problems. You've been following a map of questionable provenance deep into the notorious undead-infested forest in hopes of finding a tower inhabited, at least at one point, by the wizard Zarmovdian. Your camp, located perilously far from civilization, provided a good site for a quiet conversation about exploring Zarmovdian's tower and maybe finding something within to quell Vadim's nightmares. It also provided a good site for an ambush by a terrific number of undead. You are currently swarmed with zombies, some human, some beasts bearing the characteristics of both a bear and an owl. It's already been a difficult day, and it's not even breakfast yet. At least, it's not your breakfast. Fine.
Oh, I see.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I liked it.
They're having us for breakfast.
Yeah, there it is.
I'm like dressed up to go and breakfast with them.
Yes, you are woefully underdressed, and more than that, you're woefully in combat. This is round 2 of this combat, A number of zombified soldiers known as Withered have burst out of the woods to attack. These are like particularly sneaky, stealthy zombies, and they surged out of the woods with speed unlike anything you've ever seen in a zombie before. But after that first like initial surge forward, they are now much slower. But you also get the sense that after they have a moment to recover, they may surge with more activity again. The last thing that happened, and then we're going to jump straight into initiative order, was that a trio of these zombified bear owl things came out from the woods to the northwest, seemingly attracted by the smell of your camp and the sound of combat. So the very first thing that happens is this withered zombie that is to the southeast of Martha. It's about 10 feet away from Vadim and about 5, like standing right next to Martha. They're going to run right past Martha to get right behind Vadim to try to take advantage of the fact that Vadim is fighting another of these zombies, and then they slowly lurch their way around this campground towards Vadim and then lash out with a short sword. This is going to be a pretty good roll, a 29 to hit.
Yeah, that will hit.
Okay. We're going to roll some damage here as Vadim is hit with both damage and sneak attack damage. That is 20 points of slash as this zombie gets behind Vadim and slices out at him.
Oh, man. All right.
As this hit connects with Vadim, the zombie that is standing right next to Radu is going to just do 2 simple strikes. First with a short sword and then with a dagger. This first hit is a pretty good roll. That's going to be a 27 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Okay. That is going to be 10 points then of piercing damage as he stabs out at you with this short sword, and Radu cries out in pain.
Yes, that's the local choice that Zoe made for her character.
And then here comes a dagger strike, and I rolled a 20 on the die, meaning it's time for me to draw a crit card. You gotta draw a crit card. Nice. Is it the ace of spades? No.
But it sounds similar.
It is the similar sound, the near homophone, if you will, the 8 of spades. So I'm going to roll critical damage, and I get 24 points as Radu takes a couple of pretty nasty strikes. So on the other side of this smoldering campfire, kept, of course, under control by responsible stewardship of this campfire, we see the cleric of Erastil, Blando Thrush. Blando is sort of in an uncomfortable position because he is like sandwiched between both these rampaging bear owl things and also this onslaught of withered zombies. What is Blando going to do, David?
First question. I believe we don't know anything yet about these bear owls.
You know that they're undead. These are zombie bear owl things.
I'm guessing it's religion to learn more, to recall knowledge about them.
Yeah, religion sounds great.
All right. Let's see how my religion modifier is.
I think you already have the knowledge you need there. I think
Yeah,
that,
they're undead.
Area of effect is more useful than anything else we're going to find out.
What the heck? Let's play with my new toy. I will cast the 3-action heal.
Woo!
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm getting a lot of.
I feel like Lars feels like it's the right thing to do.
He does. That's the sense I'm getting. I have all these 4th rank heal spells.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to cast it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I hit the 3-action situation. This is good radio.
No, it's great. I'm loving it.
All right. So
Scream while you hit it. I find that helps.
I'm gonna. Oh, I scream while I do it?
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
know.
Yeah,
Or good
most
idea.
of the time.
Yeah. So what would it sound like for Blando to scream? I guess it would be like ah.
Yep.
Let's channel some vital energy. Disperse in a 30-foot emanation. Heightened. Okay, so I got to roll for damage / healing, I think.
Yeah, do that, and then I'll roll saves for all of my NPCs.
Yep. All right, you are saving against 28 damage.
Okay, fantastic.
That was a pretty good damage roll, I think.
Would Blando and Radu also be affected by that for healing?
Yes, absolutely. Everybody now.
Everybody
what happens
heals.
is you tap into Erastil's divine energy, and this 30-foot blast of healing magic blasts off of you, and everybody around you is affected. Every single
That's pretty cool.
enemy and
Right.
friend.
So
here.
all of the friendlies regain 28 points
Right.
of healing, of damage from healing, and then there's saving throws for all of these adversaries against
Yup.
28
And I'm
damage.
rolling them
Whoa,
right
that's
now.
a lot of
Many
dice.
Wow. It's like an Isthan roll.
All right, Lars.
Wow.
Do you? Would it be helpful for me to go through these one at a time and ask you about them, or do you want to ask yourself? How does it?
I'll
how does
just
it work
I'll
to
just
narrate
tell
this
you.
one?
I'll just
Okay.
tell you. Okay. So one of these large bear owl things rolls a 1 on its die
Hey.
and takes a total of 58 points of, or whatever it is,
56.
56 points of damage, and is now on, and it's actually 66 points of damage because you get the sense that they are weak to vitality magic, so they are now nearly dead. The rest of the bear owl zombies are going to take half damage because they rolled a 17 each on their save. One of these withered zombies, the one that is right in front of Blando, managed to withstand this and got a 25 on their save. They're going to take half damage. The rest of the withered, though, failed, and they're taking full damage for a total of 28. But it's more than that because they're all weak to that damage. So you just hear this, like, hissing sound as, like, all of this undeath is blasted away by, like, the divine healing energy of Erastil as channeled by Blando Thrush.
And
That's
I think
cool.
maybe in the aftermath of this, he staggers back a little bit and is whipping his head around, wheeling around in every direction. You know, seeing his friends revivified, which is more what he's accustomed to, and then also seeing the profound extra effect that this spell is having on everything else. I think he's pretty gobsmacked even by his own magic.
Yes. What Vadim and Radu see to maybe reflect what it is that Blando is experiencing is the withered zombie between the two of them collapses down, taken apart by this vital magic. I did some calculations. David, that just did 260 points of damage, that spell.
That's
Wow.
this
That's
this
cool.
little buddy's doing mag numbers over here.
Has anyone ever done more damage in a single turn in this game?
It's in this game, no.
Yeah.
Love it. I love that for Blando.
So as Blando blasts out this divine magic, the withered that is standing right next to Blando sees the zombie goes.
Well, that's how I've been feeling today, yeah.
Yeah.
and swings out with a short sword and a dagger. That short sword is going to be a 24 to hit, and the dagger is going to be a 14 to hit. How did that do, David? Does that 24 hit you?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
it does.
So that is going to be 11 points of piercing damage as this zombie continues moving slowly, and it is now Radu's turn. Radu, in wolf stance, is in a position where he wants to be flanking zombies with his brother, but the zombie between him and his brother is down. So what do we think Radu's going to do here?
He's all dead. He died.
Again.
Again, more death. But he's just eager to work with Vadim, so he's going to go up and flank this other monster on the other side of Vadim.
Lars.
Yes, please.
Just to see if I can remember. So didn't I have Martha cast Ravel of Thorns?
Yes.
So would that get in Radu's way?
No, because you have that thing that we talked about last time where you have like your precision thing where your areas don't bother people.
That's why I did that.
Yes,
I can choose who my area of effect affects.
You have this safe elements feat, so the fact that there is like these vines and stuff wriggling around Martha, they scoot out of the way as Radu's feet fall on the ground, and Radu is able to pass through completely
I'm
unhindered.
coming, Vadim! He continues
you.
screaming,
Please.
just because he's kind of a screamy guy. And since he's in wolf stance, he is going to use his wolf jaws to do a little bit of bite attack. Feels nice, guys.
You earned it, you know?
It only took 204 episodes, but here we are. That is a 23 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
That does 18 points of damage.
Okay, 18 points of damage, and Radu has one more action as this wolf snapping jaw strike connects.
More of the same, please, says Rod. Actually,
Okay.
he screams at, more of the same, please! And no one's quite sure why he's saying it, but he is.
Yeah.
He loves the catchphrase.
It's a weird catchphrase. That's only 14.
Okay, so that strike misses, and now the bear owl things start to slowly amble towards the group. The first of these is the one of these that did not critically fail Blando's strike, and they open up their mouths and start screeching. There's just a like echoing around the opening in the forest. So this is going to be a 60-foot emanation here.
Whoa.
And everybody needs to make a will save as everyone is within this area. So everyone, please make this will save, would you? Everyone that I just targeted here, it's essentially just Blando, I guess. I guess this tent that the rest of you are standing behind blocks the blast of sound here, because we don't have line of effect between the bear owl thing and everyone else. So it's really just going to be Blando's
notoriously soundproof.
Listen, this
I'll
map
take it.
has walls on the tent, and I'm not about to rebuild this map.
Fair enough.
It's like glamping.
So
It's a glamping tent.
it is a glamping tent.
Yeah.
So these three bear owls don't react to this screech. They're immune to this effect entirely. The withered zombie, however, standing right next to Blando, is not immune to such a thing. They rolled a success, meaning that they become frightened one as they hear this howl and they flinch away from this bear owl thing. How did Blando do on this save, please?
Blando has a 32 to save, a 17 on the die.
A critical success.
Hey.
Blando is completely unaffected, and you are now immune to the screeches of these creatures. See what I did there?
Like all of them for a minute or whatever?
Yeah,
Wow,
totally.
nice.
You hear this thing, it doesn't bother you. You're not going to be bothered by more screeching. And with that, it is now Martha's turn. Martha has wood all around her. What is she going to do?
I think Martha's gonna move. So when she moves, the Ravel of Thorns goes away, but it comes back at the end of her turn.
Is that right?
That was my understanding of it. If you move, the thorns disappear, new thorns grow at the end of your turn.
Great.
So
Perfect.
she doesn't have to recast it, it's just there, but they kind
Yes.
of like go into the ground. So I'm just going to do that so that she's more central to all of these undead.
Okay.
And the one that she's directly in front of now, so she's kind of she's next to the fire, catty corner to Vadim. I imagine her like this very Marvel-esque moment of like going back to back to fight the undead.
Yeah.
And she's going to use a 2-action, elemental blast.
Okay.
And the cool thing about the elemental blast is that it also, I believe, has vitality damage.
You get to choose what kind of damage it
and
does.
it's going to be vitality along with the bludgeoning. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So that's a 30.
That is a 30. That 30 hits, yes. This elemental blast of wood connects with this zombie that Martha sizes up and takes aim at.
And that's going to be 16 points of damage.
Okay, 16 points of damage. You see this vitality energy blast through this zombie that they are even more hurt than you would expect. You also seem to gain temporary hit points because of the way that you've built your character. This wood energy gives you a little bit of extra hit points.
She's so cool. Now I remember why I'm playing a kineticist.
Yeah, when we joined the call today, Robin was like, "Why am I doing this?" And here's why.
Ask and you
I
shall
forgot why
receive.
she was so cool in like the week since we recorded, and yeah, she pretty badass.
She pretty badass. You know who else pretty badass is Vadim Drakeshku. It is his turn as he sees his old friend Martha shoot a torrent of splinters or elemental wood blasting at one of these zombies. What is Vadim going to do?
I think he's going to start by grinning and not turning away from the withered he and Radu are facing off against, but feeling Martha covering his back, he says, sort of nice to be back to this, isn't it? Just like old times.
Just like old times.
Then he is going to go in for a dirty trick on the Withered to try and get panache.
And we missed the one for all in Radu, huh?
Yeah, well, I figured.
He did okay.
I don't know
It's
what
all
that means.
going. So that's a 20 on the die. So this is a really dirty trick.
Okay.
The dirty
So-
Critical.
trick.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I get panache, and they are clumsy one until they use an interact action to end the impediment. So
Yeah, he gets panache.
So what did you do? Did you say what you did to this zombie
I don't think I did, but
to trick him?
I think what I'll say he did is he took one of the like straps hanging off his armor and like hooked it to one of his like shin sabatons or whatever that part of armor is called. So he's sort of like off balance and clumsy and having to work around that, I think. And then he's just gonna go right in for a finisher. So vigilance will flash as he goes in for a confident finisher. 23 to hit.
And did you take the multiple attack penalty on that?
Oh, I did not.
Would that have been a
That would
minus 4 or a minus 5?
That would be a minus.
So
5,
that
I
misses.
believe.
Do you want to use a hero point? Do you have hero points? Are we in use it or lose it territory?
I have
Guess
one.
we each have one.
I'm gonna try it. Why not?
I think some people have 3 left over from earlier episodes.
I
Oh.
have a lot
I'm giving
somehow.
myself a couple right now, so I
Okay.
actually have 5.
Just for funsies.
That's the kind of proactive.
Yes.
I guess I
the
have more
can-do
than that.
attitude
Problem
that
solving.
Radu needs here. Yeah.
exactly.
I thought that we
Yeah.
had reset to 1 each when we started doing this side
No,
situation.
I didn't
so
talk about
have-
it. I didn't say it. I was just like, I don't know. We're in a 5. It's the same players. People should retain their hero points. But we didn't talk about it. I see how you reached that conclusion.
So I have some mag hero points for Blando to use.
Yeah, I don't know.
Benefits.
They aren't. They're David hero points.
Oh, okay. I see.
Okay, so I rerolled using a hero point. 14 on the die for a 30. 26 to hit.
That hits. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Or actually, vigilance isn't 25, I think, because it's not.
Okay. That still hits. You're
agile.
fine. Great.
Cool. Awesome. Yay.
It's a beautiful weapon.
It is. That is 13 points of slashing and 1d6 persistent vitality, please.
A really terrible damage
Yeah.
roll. Like one of the
Okay,
worst
rude.
you ever
Definitely
saw.
worth using a hero point to get that damage roll.
I have 5. You want one of mine?
God, yes.
God, yes.
God, yes.
Um,
Give me one of those.
Is there some sort of organization I could join to get hero points? You know, like I sign up and then maybe I could sign other people up and share my overflowing.
Yes, you got to get in
hero
at the
points.
top.
Yeah,
How
exactly.
does you get at the ground level?
It depends on the shape of the pyramid.
That's
Right.
right.
I like the idea that the bakery back in Otari starts making an item called a hero point. Maybe it's
I
a
would buy
small, like a macaron or like a chocolate, like triangular chocolate trifle. Something that has to be pointy, I guess.
A little +1,
Yes.
a little D4.
A
Num,
little
num, num.
D4, a little amuse-bouche. But you know whose bouche is still amused? It's Vadim because he has one more action.
Yep. Last action, extravagant parry and that's it.
The bear owl zombie creature that is on the northwestern edge of the campsite starts lumbering towards Blando Thrush.
Don't like it.
Stomp, stomp, stomp. Reaches its claws up and tries to bite onto Blando with its beak as it starts pecking at Bando like a bird, like a dumb bird. Okay, here comes a beak strike. That is a 25 to hit.
25 hits.
25 hits. A nasty attack. It rolls d12s and does 16 points of damage to Blando. And now the withered. You go ahead.
Glimpse, please, on that.
The bear is outside of the range of your glimpse, I'm afraid.
Dang it.
Okay, but you know who's not outside the range of the glimpse is this withered zombie that leaps into action and starts perambulating towards Martha to try to flank her. It's standing on this campfire, the smoldering embers of the campfire, and it swings out a short sword as it flanks with its friend. That's I thought it was almost a 13 on the die. It's a 5 on the die with a 17.
And didn't it also take 2 piercing damage?
You tell you. This is less a didn't it do that sort of situation, and more you tell me, because I don't know what's happening.
Yeah,
with your
it takes 2 piercing damage for coming into Ravel of Thorns.
Was this also difficult terrain?
Yes, it was.
Okay,
yeah.
so I'm not able to get anywhere close to where it is that I
Cool.
thought I could get, and it stops not quite in the campfire.
Cool.
So it's struggling to get through the vines and brambles that Martha has apparated around her. And now the final of these 3 undead bear owl things trundles across the landscape. They have a speed of this number, and I'm going to see if I can get up to Blando with it. The answer is probably not. They trundle straight up to Blando, and that's it for their turn. So Blando is now surrounded by undead. A scary situation if you ever saw one, and we are here at the beginning of round 3. The situation is tense. The undead are thick, and that's it. So here's what's up.
So are the owl bears.
So are the owl bears. Thick, like a brick.
Thick.
So so essentially the situation is that all of these undead are just converging on the middle of your campground. You turn to see one of these owl bears, and they're thrashing in such a way that your tents are being unhooked from the ground. The tents are flying up in the air. They're trampling over all of your camping equipment. The material damage being done here. Radu is screaming like an idiot for some reason. The material damage being done here is terrifying. All of you are relatively healthy here, but your campsite is screwed up. The withered zombie that is right next to Vadim sees that there's an opportunity to flank Martha with one of the other zombies, and is apparently going to take 2 points of damage here, is what you're trying to tell me?
Yeah.
Okay. And is going to take 2 points of damage as they get pricked by the sharp barbs coming out of Martha's vines. Is this a Martha's Vineyard joke? Is this your character? Is this a Martha's Vineyard situation? Is that what we're doing?
Oh.
It is now.
Did not come up. I did not think of that at all, and I really like it now. Thank you.
She needs a black
like it or
dog
not,
to
you're being
try.
flanked, and I'm hitting you with a short sword. That's a 27 to hit.
Yeah, it's gonna do it.
Glimpse, please.
Thank you. Yes, I'm going to make that attack happen. I'm going to choose to take the attack, and I'm going to take the damage resistance. I'm going to become enfeebled too. All of the things that I don't like to happen are going to happen.
Yay.
Okay, so here comes the damage. This is the worst imaginable damage roll. I rolled 8 on 3d6.
Oh my gosh.
3d6 plus 5 equals 8.
Okay, she takes that.
She takes no damage. The glimpse of redemption fully stops the damage from coming through. And what do you say we throw something called a hero point to
better do it.
Vadim?
Oh,
Love
take
it.
Martha looks over her shoulder. You saved me again.
That means I'm just one up on you. I know you'll get the score even again soon.
Vadim, terrible flirt.
He's feeling so much better now that he's found his family, you guys.
Aww.
He can actually have a good time a little bit now.
At the end of this zombie's turn, their undead flesh continues to burn from the persistent vitality damage that was inflicted on them by Vadim. Is that a Vadim situation?
I think that is, yeah.
They take 11 points of damage and try to save out of the persistent damage. They get a 5, so they're still suffering. Speaking of suffering, it is the turn of Blando Thrush. And even though that heal spell that Blando threw out a round ago did a ton to patch up his wounds, he is in a really terrible situation. The these bear owl creatures, the zombified bear owl creatures, The stench coming off of them is nearly making the air around Blando impossible to breathe, and he has a front row seat for this tent being torn apart by the zombie bear owl creature. What is Blando going to do?
Do I heal from my own heal spell?
You sure do, yeah.
Wow. That's cool. All right, let me do that for me.
Blando.
Treat yourself to some healing.
Are we doing another 3-act show?
Heal.
Said Lars,
Okay,
hopefully.
okay.
Yeah, no, that's the plan.
Oh, you took the healing from last round?
From last round, I hadn't
Great.
done it already, so now
Yeah.
I'm absolutely gonna do that again.
It's a really good spell.
Do
Heal.
y'all
It's
have
good.
y'all ever played the old school arcade game that was X-Men?
Oh, yeah. The one
Yeah.
where Magneto says you are welcome to die.
Yeah. So in that game, it's kind of typical for the time where like left hand is a joystick, right hand there's 3 buttons, which are
Yeah.
attack, jump, and then a third one which is like use your special ability. And when you use your special ability, it's extra awesome, and then it needs a while to recharge you, or you need a certain amount of time and a certain amount of like dispensing with other dudes. Well, the special ability in that game of Colossus is just that you go like "Argh!" and like this, blast of light comes off you, and it just like knocks over all of the enemies like around you in any direction. That's what I'm getting from this. Is he just goes "Argh!" and everything that I would want to happen happens all at once. I guess you can only do it a certain number of times per day. Well, that's like the Colossus thing too.
This game was modeled on the X-Men, the Capcom X-Men brawler from 1993.
All right, here's all the dice. 26 this time. 26 damage.
Another extremely good damage roll. So we're gonna target everybody with this emanation, right? Why shouldn't we? And everybody's gonna make a bunch of saves. Here come the saves, everybody. I rolled a 1. I rolled a bunch more. Oh, just all the dice. It's all happening right now.
I'm just going to go ahead and heal myself since that's a thing.
Okay.
A little self-care.
One of these withered zombies gets a 1 on the die. Hold on a second. It's sadly the one that was right next to Martha that had 3 hit points left. They took 57 points of damage.
Finish that off so easily. 57, Jesus.
Do they go since they're undead? Do they become alive now? Like you kill them so badly?
You bring them.
Yeah.
That's what that Evanescence song "Bring Me Back to Life" is about.
Oh, there we go.
Amy Lee knows what's up.
So 2 of these wizards fail the save, and they're going to take succeed in the save, and they're going to take half damage. One of these undead bear owl things is burned away entirely. The one that's tried to bite out at Blando, it just is sort of disintegrated by the vitality magic. The withered zombie standing next to Martha fails and takes full damage, and one of the other bear owl things succeeds and takes half damage. So we got 57, 36, 18, 18, 62, 31, 20. A lot of damage is what I'm trying to tell you.
Heal against an army of undead is delightful.
Yeah.
It's almost like when you're dealing with the undead, it's useful to have someone with divine power.
Yeah, clerics are, it turns out, really, really good. I love them. And you know what else I love is attacking David's character. So,
let's acquaint ourselves with the downsides of a cleric.
Yeah. This withered zombie that is standing right next to Blando is going to shift around to the far side of Blando, noticing that he is distracted by this bear owl creature, and is going to strike out with a short sword while flanking Blando. That is 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And we're looking at 19 points of damage, including sneak attack damage. And it is now Radu Drakescu's turn as the zombie shakes off the fear that was afflicting it. And what is Radu going to do?
Radu is going to scream.
Okay.
And having done that, there's not really a lot of great flanking opportunities here.
Get flanked with Blando, maybe.
Lando. Yeah, okay.
Martha.
All right. Screaming his head off, Radu takes a step forward to flank this seen better days undead with Blando.
Can I remind you, Zoe, of something that you've got on your character?
Yeah.
You have a 2-action attack
Yeah.
called a wolf drag.
I was just gonna propose
Oh,
this
okay,
wolf
good.
drag situation because wolf stance remains, right? As someone who
It sure
hasn't
does.
had-
You are still
I'm-
bestanced.
just so stanced like a wolf.
You're stanced up from the pants up.
Dancing
Yeah, so I'm
like
gonna use this
the
wolf drag situation. I'm gonna put on bright blue eyeshadow. I'm gonna
Okay.
have
Yep.
fabulous wolf hair, the
Mhm.
prettiest wolf dress you ever saw,
Mm-hmm.
5-inch heels, and then I'm gonna rip my enemy off their feet.
Sounds like a good night out.
Is that what you've meant by bite attack this whole time?
That's right. So that's a 16 on the die for, let's call it a number high enough to hit.
It's a 32, which is a critical
32,
strike, which is
hey!
really, really horrible given that this wolf drag strike becomes a fatal D12 strike when it crits, meaning that you're going to be rolling all D12s for damage, doubling that, and then adding an extra D12.
God.
Well, let me
Wolf
refresh
Monks
the
are so
screen.
much better in Pathfinder than in D&D. I gotta say it.
I think wolf is maybe my favorite one also. I think it's kind of awesome.
Okay, I'm
More
right
than
here.
gorilla?
I've been playing a kitsune this whole time.
Sorry. The fox is great too. It just isn't in the game, sadly.
Okay, so now I do my critical dam.
Yep.
Amazing.
Wow. That was a moderately okay. Oh, all right. It turned into a
Whoa.
44.
Okay.
It's fine.
So I take 44 points of damage, and you destroy this undead creature in front of you. Had you not, I also would have been knocked prone. And also, had you not, I would have made a fortitude save to not be slowed.
Okay, well, it's fun to imagine another time when that might happen.
Hot take.
No, but what did happen is you destroyed them, is
Yes.
what I'm trying to tell you.
No, I
Yes.
feel great about that.
Okay, good.
Fabulous.
What were you going to say, Armat?
Hot take. Wolf drag good.
Yes.
It seems really, really powerful.
Especially when you roll a critical success.
Yeah, you really want to crit
That's
on this
generally better, I find. I want to. How do I roll more of those, Lars?
Certainly better than the other way.
one. How do you roll more? It's a skill issue, I think.
Okay.
You cheat.
It's a personal
cheat.
self-worth.
Okay, yeah. But if you just believe in yourself,
That's
you roll them
right.
all the time.
Yep.
Manifest them. Okay, the undead bear owl thing to the northwest of the camp smashes through the tent right in front of Blando Thrush
The interior
And-
walls.
and then strikes out
They've
with
been compromised.
its beak. Hung chomp. 17 on the die, that's a 29. Towards Blando.
Yeah, that hits for sure.
Okay, so Blando gets bitten for 16 more points of damage, and it is now Martha's turn as the slow-moving bear owl stops attacking. What is Martha going to do?
Well, Martha's got 2 withered in front of her, so she's just gonna keep slashing and away at them with by slashing I mean a whole bunch of elemental wood just blasting at them. So the one below her, let's do regular attack there.
This is a single action or
That's
a
a
double
single action.
Okay.
So that's a 27.
Yes, that hits. Although you rolled the double action,
Oh
whatever.
no!
It's fine.
You'll allow it.
So I'll take
It would have hit
the.
anyway, right? Because it wouldn't have gotten an extra.
It wouldn't have gotten an extra 6 points of damage. So I will take a total of 15 points of vitality damage.
Yeah.
And you're targeting the one to the south of them?
Yeah. The one. Yeah.
Okay, so that's enough to destroy that one.
Great.
And they crumble to the ground in front of you.
And she turns to the next one next to her, and she's going to do the same thing at map 5. And
Are we talking about 2 action or 1 action? here?
Another 1 action, and I made sure to fix
Okay.
that. And that's a 21.
That misses by 1.
Well, she still has 1 action left, so she's going to go ahead and do it at map 10, because why
It's
not?
too bad you don't have any hero points.
Yeah, I actually have a ton of hero points, so I
have
should just
5
redo
if
that.
you want one.
Yeah, I have a lot of hero points, so I'll just do that.
Vadim is just dancing around the
I am so
the
sorry.
battlefield.
Oh, that was worse.
Okay.
That was a waste of a hero point. So she'll go ahead, though, and try it once more at map 10.
Okay, 19 to hit that time.
And that's a 23.
Even with map 10, that still succeeds.
Amazing.
Whoa.
And that's going to be 12 points of with vitality.
And you destroy that one as well.
Fabulous. Martha's just, old 1-2 buckle my shoe. That's what they call her.
Yep.
1-2 buckle my shoe, Martha.
So this swarm of undead has definitely been like softened up aggressively by Blando Thrush's divine magic permeating the area. And it is now Vadim's turn as Vadim sees that the owl bear, the zombified bear owl creatures are looking like they might want to flee. What is Vadim going to do?
Vadim is going to tumble through to try and pass through this owlbear and to get onto the other side to flank with Blando. And
does Vadim currently have panache?
He does not. He spent it on that lousy finisher last turn.
Okay. So that means I think that your movement speed is not going to be high enough to get through.
30?
Yes. So you're trying to get to the far side of this owlbear. So we're looking at, 5, 10, 15, 25, 35. Because when you're tumbling through, the area that you're tumbling through is difficult terrain.
I see. He'll just run up and dirty trick one then. Stride, dirty trick.
Okay. You keep rolling 20s on the die on these dirty tricks.
Yeah.
I'd love to
Dirtiest
see
tricks.
it.
It's a very dirty trick.
It's like the deepest wedgie anyone's ever gotten.
Yeah.
That's a filthy trick.
Yeah. He will pull out a handful of the owlbear's
We don't know if this is an owl.
bear owls.
Thank you.
Yeah. Feathers and stick them into its undead instep so that it's just really uncomfortable to walk with that. Those feathers aren't meant to be there.
That's so mean.
Yeah.
Really?
I know. It's
How does it feel to be the hated member of the cast doing cruel things to others? It's fun, right? It's kind of liberating.
there's
Makes
this
you wanna
odd
lean
sense
in.
of power and
Exactly.
Yeah.
and
Once you've disappointed everyone, you might as well continue.
I'm into it. I think I'm coming around.
Yeah.
And then with his panache, he'll try and make a confident finisher on this thing, I guess.
Okay, a confident F.
Yeah, get that confident F working for you. All right, that's a 2 on the die for a 18. So,
And did you take the multiple attack penalty on that since dirty trick is an attack?
I did not. It is.
Do you want? So that one's going to be a miss.
Yeah, I think it's not worth spending a hero point on.
Okay.
Vadim looks very embarrassed and is like, "What? I meant to do that. Seriously."
Confident finisher still does half of your finisher damage on a miss, though, right? That's the whole thing with confident
Oh
finisher.
yeah, it is.
So what we're gonna do is you're gonna roll a frickin' I don't know 2d
2d6, I think. Yeah.
no more
3d6 at
3d6, and we're gonna take half of it.
All right.
There's definitely some joke about performance anxiety
Yes.
in this.
I don't think it's a joke, though, Robin. I think that kind of thing is actually really serious, and the more you make light of it, the worse it actually gets. So
He's
just
got the
something to think
yips,
about.
That's what they
he
all
has
say.
to consult a sports doctor.
Yes. You know who else is going to consult a sports doctor is this bear owl zombie that you just struck out at. It is going to attempt to flee into the woods as it runs first 25 feet and then 25 more and disappears into the trees, screeching "Ah! Ah!" as it rampages into the wilderness. It's Blando Thrush's turn. It's Blando time.
I hate to be a one-trick pony.
But when that trick is so good,
It's a really good trick, and I don't know. I mean, gentle
we're not
breeze
always
is
going to be fighting against undead.
yeah,
right,
gentle
Lars?
breeze is cool and all, but I have a staff of healing,
Okay.
which is a weapon.
Okay.
Appears to do some damage.
Yep.
Do you have Divine Lance as a cantrip?
Oh yeah, I do. I have Vitality Lash.
Yeah, Vitality Lash is good.
Oh, that's also vitality damage. Well, this is fun.
We're doing so much learning.
Wait, so this is the only one left?
It is the only one left.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to do one of each.
Each one is 2 actions. You got to pick one.
Oh. All right. Well, then first I'll hit it with
I have
with
5
the
extra
staff.
actions laying around if you need them.
Okay, thanks, Zoe. Thank you for looking out.
All right. First, I'm going to hit it with the staff.
Okay.
15 to hit.
Yeah, that misses by 1.
All right. And I'll cast. Oh no! I'll hero point it. I have all
Okay, very good.
I have all of Mag's hero points.
Yes, they're your hero points, but yes.
Well,
Well,
there we go. 24 to hit.
yeah, that absolutely hits.
Ba-boomba! 5 damage.
Okay, they're still up.
Aw. Okay. Then let's go back to the old character sheet. I will. Let's see.
So, David, since you've already attacked, the choice is clear. You want to attack with Vitality Lash because Divine
Sure.
Lance is an attack and will take the map.
Unless I want to detect magic.
Sure.
All
So many different ways to approach this issue.
right. Vitality Lash is a DC 25 Fortitude save
Okay,
for
great.
the Bear Owl.
Would you mind rolling that damage for
Yes,
me, please?
of course. You're looking at 15 damage.
Okay. And I'm going to try to roll a Fortitude save to withstand the impact of that. I roll a 22.
That is a failure.
So I'm going to take full damage, 15 points of damage, and that Vitality Lash, as this tendril of life-giving magic wraps around this undead bear owl thing, is enough to disintegrate its undead body, banishing its unholy abomination self to some other place.
Hell yeah.
And I think as it falls, Blando would walk up to it to try to get a closer look at it and identify it. Having
Okay.
been so swept away in the fervor of combat, he's just blasting. He doesn't know what any of these things are yet.
Yeah, this is something called the zombie owl bear. And if you had made that check earlier, I wouldn't have had to say zombie bear owl thing over and over again. I could have just called it by its name. I was trying to obscure what it might have been.
Yeah.
You did a great job.
I
It
had
was
no
a
idea.
mysterious
idea.
creature. You had no idea.
Yeah.
It's a zombie owlbear. What do you want to know about this creature?
What's its middle name?
F.
Well, we learned that it's weak to vitality damage.
Yes.
I guess I want to know whether there's more in the area.
Okay.
Like,
So,
or like, where's it from?
yeah.
Where's it from? Is it native to these parts? Is it mating season, etc.?
yeah. So it's definitely not mating season.
Okay.
Maybe it's mating season for living owlbears, but not for this zombie owlbear.
Ayo.
Owlbears like this one are common residents of this forest.
No, they're everywhere.
They're terrifying, but they persist. They're one of the threats that those of you who are familiar with the Fang would know to look out for. It's unlikely that they would have been able to sneak up on you if you hadn't already been locked in this combat. Zombie owlbears, undead owlbears, ever since the fate that befell the Gravelands here, are probably more common here than just about anywhere else. But you also look at this creature and you know that it's only in large numbers. It's only if you're already doing something else that they're going to provide much of a threat to you. You know, like this group is more than the match for this this threat.
Picking up what you're putting down.
As this owlbear gets identified by Blando, and as the sound of this encounter dies down, you're relieved to once more hear the peaceful sort of sonic landscape of these deep woods. But you look around and your campsite is wrecked. Your tents have all been destroyed to the point of being unusable. The trip back to your base camp on the edge of the Fangwood is doable if you wish to leave the forest, but you can no longer rely on shelter while you're investigating the tower on your map. So finding another defensible place to sleep seems like it could be essential.
Now that our glamping tents have been ruined.
Yeah.
I know. I did some of the woodworking myself.
Ruined!
Actually.
I feel as though if you ever see a movie where people have really nice tents, you know those tents are going to get destroyed, right?
That's
Like you don't
right.
start a movie with really, really nice tents and then leave the movie with the really, really nice tents still intact, right?
One does not simply glamp into Mordor.
That's the worst. That's one of the oh boy.
Oh, Lord. Okay, so
Yeah, how are the four of you reacting to this attack and to seeing all of your gear messed up?
The Gravelands continue to destroy everything nearby. All of this undead they just came at us.
Yes.
Why?
It's a hideous place. I'm sure they sensed us as living beings and came to satiate their incessant hunger. Although it could have gone worse. Blando! Look at you, brother! You did so well! And Radu! Oh my god! That drag strike you did! It was incredible.
Thanks, man. Radu says, finally not saying something at a screaming volume and seeming genuinely pleased with his brother's compliment.
And your screaming has gotten a lot better since last I heard.
Feels like we are a well-suited party for this.
Well, all glory to a rascal.
Lando, you just keep doing whatever it is that you've been doing. That was fabulous. Now, what is our plan of action?
Well, we could fall back, but I find myself unwilling to give up this early. Pharasma has brought me here for a reason, and now that I have my family, I do not wish to disappoint her again. I will be continuing onward, but I cannot ask the same of you now that we have all faced the Gravelands terrors.
These guys were annoying, but they were annoying babies. We can handle this.
I knew you would be up for it, Martha.
What did Pharasma tell us where to go?
I think we still have directions in this map, yes.
I can help. Where's the map?
Right here? And he reaches into his sort of Rob Liefeld style like pouches and pulls it out.
So Radu examines this map, and Zoe, do you want Radu to lead the way into the woods?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, he's always looking back over his shoulder to make sure Vadim approves, but
No, he does. He does. Look at my baby brother.
Radu sees a spider and screams.
It's so much more intimidating than the last time he did that scream, actually. I'm telling you, when he was little...
And they are undead spiders. You can't really blame him.
Right, it's terrifying shit. This place is fucked up.
So you have the time to heal and finish making your daily preparations. So you're all sort of ready to push forward. And Radu, gazing down at this map that Vadim has gotten from somewhere, he leads the way and you push forward into the forest. I don't know if you've ever walked through like the woods away from paths before. I guess Armat probably has, given that he lives like in the wilderness. When I've done it, it's something that I really don't like doing. I get frightened very easily about getting lost without any landmarks to work off of. I feel like I'm just trusting my own intuitive sense of direction, and I don't have a good one of those. Like it feels unmoored. It feels random, and I'm like unsure about every step that I take. I also feel when this happens to me like I'm passing backwards through time, because you like stop seeing things that remind you of the things that, like, if you see anything out in the woods, maybe you're going to see something from like decades ago. Like if you see cultural signifiers, they don't map onto the things that you normally see.
And isn't that great?
Sure, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying it's unnerving and it scares me. Like there are plenty of things that meet that description that are fine. But this is maybe the sensation that the four of you have as you have walked deeper into these impossibly deep woods. The things you look to get your bearings are gone, both in terms of navigating the woods, but also in terms of knowing where you are in history. You lose sight of these cultural markers without buildings, without people, without clothes, aside from the ones that you bring into the forest with you. You get lodged deeper into the reality of the forest and you disconnect from the world that you came from. If you get deep enough into these woods, this could be anywhere and it could be any time. These woods have been these woods forever, and the cycle of growing, falling, and rotting into the ground, and then growing again, exists at all stages on the trees, the ferns, and the mosses all around you as you step forward and then forward again, following this map that Radu is looking at. It feels like you're going an endless distance as you occasionally consult with the map to make sure that you're headed in the right direction. After a morning of travel, you see the tip of the tower on the map cresting up above the tree cover, although it's nearly impossible to notice because the trees are so tall and thick. The tower blends in. Anyway, you know that you're almost there, but your luck doesn't end here because nestled within the trees, you see a shockingly well-preserved homestead. This house is very old. Harder to tell how old it is because it's made by hand. It's a hand-built home, seemingly made by a single homesteader, perhaps. Your understanding of the region tells you that nobody has lived here for quite some time, so it's a reasonable guess that this home is abandoned. The vegetation around here has grown free. No indication of people moving around the area at all. The roof of the house, thanks to the tree cover that has grown across it, has kept it largely dry and intact, though. If you were looking for a new place to camp, this hovel would fit the bill perfectly. In the area right in front of the cabin, there's an old-looking wagon that appears to have a 4-foot-wide fir tree fallen right across it. Loading us onto a map. As you look at this cabin, what do you do?
For some reason, I imagine this turning into a Call of Cthulhu game. Bunch of weird fish creatures are going to emerge from this house.
Totally. I think Vadim will sort of narrow his eyes and, well, I don't think we should look a gift dagger in the mouth, so to speak, but let's go through and make sure it's empty before we rest here.
Totally, man.
So as Vadim looks at the house, you get the sense that there are two doorways leading in. There's a door right in front of you. You step up on, you can step forward onto a sort of rickety kind of decaying porch. There's a door leading into what looks like a living area right in front of you. You can peek through the windows and see, decayed furniture, and it's dusty on the inside. And then to your right, there's another door leading to another portion of this cabin, but there are no windows there to look into. What do you think?
If nobody feels differently, Vadim will open the door into the part we kind of can see into.
Works
Okay.
for me.
You gaze into the cabin, what looks like the cabin's main living space. Oh, you're going into the door. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you see dried out wooden furniture sitting in various states of disrepair. Over the years, maybe animals have nested here, but you don't see any at the moment. There's a crumbled fireplace at the room's western edge, and a makeshift counter sits against the northern wall of this living area in the cabin. The door to the east looks as though it leads to another room within the cabin. And there are doors to the south and the north. You just came through the door to the south, and the door to the north looks like it maybe goes back outside to the opposite side of the cabin.
Door to the east?
Okay. Is everybody else following Vadim?
Oh, yeah.
Scouting that? Anybody doing that kind of
Goodness
stuff?
knows Radu is.
Thank you, Zoe.
Yeah, Martha is. I guess she's. Yeah, she's probably looking for traps, things like that. Trying to figure out what's in there.
Searching for hidden things.
And I think Blando is searching or, on the lookout for magic.
Okay. Detecting magic as you pass through this room. You don't detect any magic so far. Vadim opens the door into the next room, and a crumbled bed takes up the majority of the southern portion of this small cabin room. A dresser, ravaged by time, lies collapsed nearby. A window on the eastern wall, somehow with intact glass, faces the thick forest outside the cabin, the forest that is growing around the cabin. This looks like it's a bedroom, maybe a couple's bedroom. Martha is searching. As Martha searches around the room, you notice as you get to the bed that there's like a slight movement on the bed. The bed itself, the mattress is sort of shifting around.
Am I detecting any magic in here?
You're not detecting magic, no. So what does Martha do with this information?
She looks in her bag to see what she has. She has a mace that she carries. She hasn't had to use it yet, but she kind of pokes at the bed with her mace.
And as you poke at the bed with the mace, you see like a shimmering blue form appear within the bed as the ghostly image of a woman wearing a simple dress with an apron lifts up off of the bed. It's like an inflated pillow that an inflated pillow in the shape of a person that, as you see it on her face, is shimmery and translucent. She sits up and sees that you're in her bedroom and goes, "Ah!" and screams, and a gust of wind blasts through this farmhouse. Then she catches her breath and she says, "Oh, I am so sorry. I didn't know we had visitors. We so rarely get visitors here. You must be here to meet with Hertold. I'm afraid he's not here right now, but please, make yourself comfortable, and I'm sure he'll be back soon. Can I get you a spot of tea?" And we'll pick up from there next time.
Oh, I'm so excited.
How very
Nice.
ghostly.
I'm going to cast Gentle Breeze on them. Roots of Ruin is a Tabletop Gold production produced under the Paizo Incorporated fan content policy, using trademarks and copyrights owned by Paizo that are covered under that policy. The Roots of Ruin is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com. All original characters and content in The Roots of Ruin are the property of Tabletop Gold, and all rights are reserved. We at Tabletop Gold would love to hear from you. Visit our website, tabletopgold.com, to learn more about us and our shows, join the Golden Horde to get access to more shows, pick up great merch, and connect to the best online community in all of podcasting. Thanks for listening.